Alright, well that was embarrassing. I thought I got attacked by something. But I just ran around in a circle until I finally just ran directly into a trap. That I had magically not hit yet. Oh, that's too many misses. No. Oh, that was a frustrating amount of misses in a row. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was not a good look. Inferior moonshine. Haven't I opened a chest like this before? That is a chest, like it's a lid. I keep thinking I can open them and they won't let me. I kicked one of them open. And I don't think I've kicked a single one of them open since then. Which is kind of weird. Oh, let's go somewhere. Yeah, these are definitely kind of loading screen hiders. Although, is that necessary? They already have loading screens. It's actually just occurring to me now that this is one of the relatively few times where you actually get the full animation. I guess that's what the zone was. Oh, it's him. It's the thing that was dead over there. This one's alive. Well, shit. What kind of healing items do I have available? I still don't know what this one does. I want to use it at a checkpoint so that I can rest afterwards if it's bad. No, I don't really have much food. No, I just have 4 caps. That's basically it. I just have to beat him. He's guarding a chest. Fuck, he's big. He could be really fast too. Is there a boss health bar or are you a normal dude? There's a boss health bar. Grisha. Oh, you're cool looking. Kind of like a big troll. No, I'm out of stamina. Shit. Boy, did I do that to myself. Okay. I fucked up bad there. I got too greedy. Ah. I don't have a good sense of how long that harden effect lasts. Oh, this is risky. This is risky. Yep, I'm just gonna take the hit. Shit. Wasted that healing item. First time kill again. Are you getting back up? Last guy got back up, so I don't know. Well, he was cool, but not that much to him, honestly. Just kind of swings at you. Kind of gives off big, like, I'm a boss fight now, but I'm gonna be a normal enemy later kind of vibes. Like a Tauros demon and Capra demon. Mechanical spike! I have the mechanical spike! I can shoot projectiles! If that is what that is. I think that's Ballistazuka, which screams, I'm a projectile. It is I, the projectile. Is this that cave I saw with the... That's like towards the original base? This might be the cave that I was spooked about going into earlier. I might have gone all the way back to there. Yeah, I think so. Well, that's not good. Alright, we're okay now-ish. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I saw him at the end of the cave and I was like, oh, it's too scary, maybe later. Because I wanted my body back, right? Yeah. I can't remember if... No, yeah, I think I did see him. I don't think I just, like, looked at this cave and like, that gives me big Rancor vibes, he's probably in there. But we saw his body burned, so we knew that he was going to be around somewhere. You don't just make that as an effigy and then not actually have the enemy show up at some point. Yo, it's always like, spooky, what's that? I'm gonna have to deal with one of those later, aren't I? Ah! No, 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 no! No, no, no! Fuck! God, I forgot about those! Damn it. I'm about to die of poison? What does poison do? Ah! I don't know how poison... I had like no health, but I was poisoned and I didn't die. But then I think I died when the cooldown, when the timer ended. I totally forgot there's a bunch of traps out front, because of course there are. Because there's a scary monster in there. Like that was a heavily foreshadowed boss fight. And then I came in through the back door. Because I'm fucking weird. Hello, I'm back.
Yes, taste the truth.
That's the sentence you just said. I do want that cooldown. 25%. Oh, you can use it here. Oh, that's only 150. That's trash. Wow. That's good to know that I can use them here, though. Instead of manually equipping them. Okay. Key items. Foundry stone, Awaken stone. This foundry stone was once meant to alight a smoldering mace. Before it was repurposed, the Shrine of Ash served as a foundry where great weapons were forged by the metallurgists. They sought rare ores and precious gems, attuning them with the essence of fire. Awaken stone. Given the line work, the stone would surely fit the smoldering mace. The metallurgist's ambition could not be sated by forging mundane wonders. They sought to imprison the gods within their weapons. They crafted divine coals from unfortunate souls who dared to claim they were immortal. Solemn offering. An offering used to unlock the mysteries of the tarnished seal. The seal awakens when blood fills the sigils etched into its surface. The solemn offering was originally meant to hasten the rite of rebirth. Drained of blood, the chosen could slip more easily from their ephemeral form. Inflamed gland. That's my glowy bit. An engorged muscular lump radiating heat. This lump of flesh pulses with a warm, wet heat like an exalted breath. The gland's presence consumes the senses. One's head begins to ache with a feverish intensity the longer it is held. Mechanical spike. A spike that can be embedded within the hollowed sword. A slender needle-like spike that connects to an advanced mechanism. With the press of a hidden button, the spike springs forth with vicious force. Man. So if I had just fought him sooner... It's too bad that I was worried about getting my body back, so I didn't do it. Although I think that meant that I ended up fighting him with 2 more weapon upgrades than I would have otherwise. But I was afraid that if I went into a boss fight, I would lose my stuff. Hello, new character. I'll get to you in a moment. Does it happen every time I first approach? Okay. How do I use it? Oh, now we know what resolve is for. Gain enough resolve from attacking enemies to activate a powerful weapon ability. So RB and LB at the same time uses one resolve to do a big ol'... It comes out of the handle, it looks like. Hello. Did that use 2 of my resolve? I think I had 4. Maybe. Ah. So it's not the it's not the ranged attack I was hoping for. I don't fire a spike at people. The ballista Zuko must be something else, like a whole different weapon, I guess. Then there's the smoldering mace that I have 2 upgrades for. I don't even like it that much. It doesn't say anything about it. Yeah, it's the same description every time. Like, I don't know. LB plus RB does a thing. Oh, there's also an this is the triggers one. That one looks like an AoE shockwave. That's an explosion. Also, I think that is the room where I just fought those 2 guys. That's wow, good description. But that looks like in the fire region, that checkpoint where a wall collapsed, where there used to be a passage, and then I fight 2 guys that are both facing the collapsed wall, and there's a bunch of hanging logs. This has a number of upgrades now. You doing alright, buddy? We cool? How long have you been here, sir? Festus.
That stench. You've brought the fog with you. And something else. You reek of revered fluid, stranger. But you were not anointed. No. You stink of violence. Good riddance, I say. May they all rot, along with the sickness they spread. Perhaps we may have an accord. Depraved creatures hide in this mist, feeding on the lost. But it's not flesh and blood they delight in. They devour glimpses, reveling in the memories, savoring the raw emotion. Yes, as do I. If you can part with them, then the fog will come and go as you please.
You smell of revered fluids is just a fucking lewd ass statement.
That stench. You've brought the fog with you.
Okay. I kind of thought that he was gonna like try to buy my essences, insights. What are they called? Shit. How did I lose that word? I don't know how I lost the word. That's interesting, because now I'm worried. Every time those guys jump on me and grab me, are they eating one of my things? My... Okay, I need to check, because it's gonna fucking drive me... Glimpses. Jesus Christ. I just sat there for so long, just losing the word. Was it ringing that hard before? I'm trying to remember. Maybe I should release birdie. Oh, those stairs became a struggle. Pet the cat.
Welcome back, my splendid friend. Shall we engage in some rousing commerce? Surely there's something you'll fancy amongst my collection.
Rousing commerce. Oh, he has two. He has two quenching acid, but they're 2,500 each, which we're definitely learning over time is expensive. This large bolt. He has infinite stock of them, but they're not cheap. I don't know how to use a large bolt is the issue, even though I have full familiarity. I don't actually know what that means. Like, where do I put it? Meanwhile, this thing costs so much. A curious set of tools, 8,000. That's like next level expensive. Maybe I'm gonna try to release this bird and it's gonna be like, I can't do this without tools. Maybe that's what you have to pay 8,000 for. Which is kind of like a Hail Mary. I don't know what'll happen, but hey, plot stuff maybe. So kind of bad for him, but also he might murder me. Uh-oh. Tarnished seal.
That's better. Thank you. It's been so long since anyone raised a hand toward me in kindness. You seem different, untouched by false truths. Unfortunately, I have little to offer you, save for that tarnished seal in your hands. A small gift, but I expect you will find it useful. Would you grant me another favor? Deep within the temples of the devout, you'll find the sacred glands of the revered. Bring the glands back to me, so I can extract the true nectar, just enough to heal me. Perhaps you too can use it to free yourself from this wretched land, before you end up like me.
So he's who I bring the glands to. Oh. The old prisoner has gifted you a tarnished seal. It enables you to parry enemy strikes, interrupting their... Wow. You hid this here, game. That just seems kind of rude, honestly. You can use this to parry enemy strikes and also warn you of incoming unparryable strikes. I feel... Okay, guys. I feel like they put a lot of really mandatory feeling important mechanics in this one area and just did not really railroad you the way that they probably should have. It's very strange. I walked into this zone and I saw a vision of this area. It's like, oh, up there, that place is important. Okay. And so I immediately tried going everywhere else first. It's like how, like when you start Dark Souls 3, for example, or Dark Souls 2 for that matter, and Dark Souls 1, each of those games actually, yeah, you play a little zone before you get to Firelink Shrine or whatever, there's or Majula, or Firelink Shrine 2. And in each of those zones, you explore an entire area and you check every single nook and cranny, and there's a clear, obvious way that you're supposed to go, but you get rewarded for checking every single direction you could possibly go in. And there's a lot of secrets. Like there's so much stuff before Majula in Dark Souls 2, for example, in between the weird interconnected tutorial-y area and that one dark area you first spawn in before that even. There's so much stuff you could potentially find And like there's like there's even like optional hard encounters that are like from later in the game, and like there's some weird shit going on. It's just a whole lot. This game does not make you go to Firelink Shrine. You just can wander anywhere, which is it's definitely a freedom, but when you don't have an understanding of where you are and so on, it's actually like it's a kind of a weird amount of freedom. It kind of makes sense that you should like have the player unlock the ability to have checkpoints and leveling, and probably they should probably be able to find this seal also before they wander off into the wilderness. Like I was this close to potentially fighting the fire guy before having checkpoints, let alone having this at all or whatever. I don't even know what even happens if you go to a new zone having never unlocked checkpoints. Do you just meet her for the first time there and potentially not even understand that you have a main HQ in this zone because you're like, I don't know, she's in this zone, maybe I only talked to her here. And you might go for hours not understanding that. I know that Dark Souls games are famous for their like obtuseness and not holding your hand and so on, but that's not always true. Like sometimes I feel like games that emulate those games might be responding to their reputation more so than their reality, because you actually can't play any of the 5 From Software Souls-like games, 6 of them if you count Sekiro, because you can also add Demon Souls, where you literally do a little intro area, then you're in the Nexus, or Bloodborne, where the first time you die, you immediately get sent to the Dream or whatever it's called, and you're supposed to die against that werewolf at the beginning, most likely. And then Sekiro, you end up at that HQ after the intro, and that becomes your base of operations. Like, despite like so like if anyone's like, well, it's just, of course it's like it's Souls like, it doesn't hold your hand. It's like, no, that there's never been a Souls like, there's never been a From Software Souls like or Souls game that lets you just not find the town at the beginning of the game. That's actually not how they're structured at all. They definitely throw you in the deep end after that. Like the first game, you could go straight to the Undead Burg, which is where you're supposed to go, but then you can also go to like the Catacombs or New Londo, which those are huge mistakes. And if you have the Master Key, you can go straight from New Londo to Blighttown, and you can start your playthrough in Blighttown, which don't do that. Don't do that. And you could probably take that tunnel in the Valley of the Drakes, if you can get past the Drakes, all the way to the Hydra fight, which would be a hell of a place to start your playthrough too. So like there's definitely some possibilities there, but yeah. So LB is parry. I definitely am one. Healing. Oh my fucking god! I haven't even read the tooltip yet. But if this is my Estus flask, if you hid my Estus flask in a fucking optional seal I could pick up that looks like it might be a bad idea, holy shit. Okay, the old prisoner has infused the seal, giving your parry the ability to leave enemy vulnerable to an empowered riposte. The seal requires great resolve to harness such an infusion. What is great resolve? I wish people would say numbers. I need numbers. They keep talking about the resolve meter, but they keep not telling me how much it costs. And like, that's unnecessary. Why? Just tell me. Performing an empowered riposte will heal you. Oh my fucking god. There's an entire heal method here. Oh my god. Why? Why? This was so unnecessary. That it's like a huge monster that slams things. Like there's so many reasons to not unleash it. For all I literally was having the thought that when I was unleashing it, like, what if unleashing this makes the whole playthrough harder because I'm unlocking hard mode, like the Champion Covenant in Dark Souls 2. Like, or what if this is like framped or some shit where if I release him, I'm making the playthrough bad and he's gonna like Maybe he'll be like the guy in Bloodborne that kills certain NPCs, or maybe he makes the ending worse, or maybe he makes the world state a more negative place, the world tendency goes darker like in Demon Souls. Like, there's so many possible things that could be going wrong if I let this guy go. If you're in Souls-like games, unleashing a prisoner often makes bad things happen. And maybe he still does, I don't know. But he gives you one of your main heals and your parry mechanic. Oh my god. I'm gonna get comments on this playthrough. People are gonna be looking at this early episodes and be like, they're gonna like losing their minds. And the patient people that are understanding of what a blind playthrough is are gonna get to this point, and they're gonna be like, yeah, that's pretty much what I expected. And they're gonna be there with me a little bit on like the idea that like, yeah, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Like that could be bad, or what if it's a story choice? But no, it's the game just being fucking weird, like next level weird. Like no From Software games quite like this. And that's what they're emulating, and I'm like, you're making this up on your own. This isn't the source material, guys. You're going above and beyond. Oh my god. Okay, so I parry with left bumper, then riposte with right bumper. So it's just like parries in Dark Souls, but in that one it's left trigger that parries and left bumper that blocks. And in this game, left trigger blocks and left bumper parries, but blocking is also just the weird shield mechanic, which on some level I can kind of appreciate, by the way. Like, as weird as hardening is, it is definitely interesting to register the fact that in this game, hardening is like the shield in Dark Souls, but it's on a separate resource. It's a cooldown, which is weird, but there is a lot of strain that comes from the fact that attacking, dodging, and blocking are all the same stamina meter. So coming up with different approaches to that is definitely interesting. So here, blocking is not my stamina meter, it's a cooldown. Like, that's okay, that's different. That's definitely different. My god, I have a heal now. That turned me around in a really major way, by the way, because, like, now I'm like, of course I'm gonna give him this thing. Like, will you sacrifice the thingy-majig to the guy? I don't know. What if he's like Frampt or Kath? I don't remember which one's the bad one. Honestly, I think they're both the bad one, but one of them's worse or something. I have trouble keeping Frampt and Kath apart because they look the same. It's not helpful. it's a little rough to keep them straight that way. But I'm sure they're both evil anyway. But I was like, I thought he was like helping this guy's probably bad. Maybe, I don't know. It seems pretty questionable. Maybe like, haha, that's better. Thank you for freeing me and all that. But I'm like, I don't. Might be unleashing the demon here. It might be making the world worse for everybody involved. But now that happens, I'm like, oh, he gives me my heal, and he infused my tarnished seal with healing ability. So like that's my reliable healing source, the one that I kept asking for this in this game, and was like really like, wow, this game's not gonna give me a heal, is it? That's crazy. But like, no, you have to fucking Sekiro counter people's attacks, then you can heal as a reward for whenever you do it successfully, or Bloodborne and whatnot. Maybe more so than Sekiro, because that's the one where you attack people to heal, and and blood heals you. So yeah, parry and riposte heals you in this game. So now I'm like, okay, so he infused that with healing powers. I'm definitely giving him the inflamed gland, because yeah, you betcha, that probably is like your Estus upgrade. Shit. Ah, my god. This playthrough. Okay.
You found it. The sacred gland. I knew you would. Careful now. It's a fragile vessel for the divine. The devout squander these gifts, letting them rot. They dwell in the revered's temples, but waste what remains of their precious offerings. You must endure another temple, arduous though it may be. Once you return with another sacred gland, I will infuse your tarnished seal with another gift.
Upgrade. Is there going to be a pop-up? Yep. The old prisoner is infused your seal with some of the true nectar extracted from the inflamed gland. When empowered, resolve. When empowered by resolve, your riposte will attach a charged larva. I read that as lava at first, but it's a larva to your enemy, which explodes. This is some fucking chaos witch stuff. Okay. If you press Y, it changes your seal infusion. So I'm getting different things I can add to my parry to make it more punishing. RB. So you just press RB to do the empowered riposte, just like normal. So I guess you have to hit Y to toggle it. Oh. Okay. So this is my heal, right? And this is my fire. So this is replacing my fire. This is replacing my heal. My heal is an infusion. I'm not adding fire on top of that. Still, if this costs a resolve, depending on how much I use these parries, that might make it very hard for me to get any actual like abilities in, because I'll be so busy parrying all the time. Or maybe it's like fucking impossible. It really depends on what game we're dealing with here. Cha-cha! So there's my parry. We'll have to figure out the timing on that. I like hold out an Ankh and it like grows. That's a decent little recovery. He like partially interrupts your animation to do the parry. Like if you're in the middle of an actual swing, he's not going to, but like you can recover relatively quickly into a parry. That's kind of important. Okay. By the way, this ranting is not me being like, now this game sucks and I hate it. It's just, no, it's just me being like, what? Why? I'm just working my way through my thought process so that people understand what's going on and why I'm making the choices I am. Because people often just don't understand the idea that somebody doesn't know something already and they can't comprehend that idea, which, I don't know, kind of a bummer. It's kind of a failure of empathy, and those people can be exhausting because they're often really angry about the thing you don't know already. And I'm like, I don't know why you're angry. I didn't know the thing. It didn't tell me.
You're back, empty-handed. I'm afraid I have little to offer you without a clan to prepare.
Honestly, I just wanted to have a chat with you. You just seem interesting. But I guess you don't want to talk to me. That's cool. It's fine. Some fun questions like, you know, like, why are you a prisoner? Is she gonna say something about me freeing him?
Sip this.
No. I want more dialogue. If I'm gonna be honest, I want these people to talk more. I'm waiting for like, oh, we're close though, kind of. I definitely want these people to have a little more follow up on things I do. Like, you let him go? Why would you do that? Don't do that. Best mechanic of the game.